quiet.
Hello, welcome to Toad TV. We are outside today, and we have a whole bunch of ambient noise. None of it mechanical. It's all the wildlife. That is one of our crows. We've talked about him before on the podcast.
He has decided he wants to be on the podcast.
That is Drusilla, and Spike is over here just waiting. So
I got nothing for you.
Anyway, welcome to our podcast. We are the Crafty Toads. I am Mary Beth. You can find me all over as Mary Beth 494.
And I am Helen, and you can find me as Helen HG69. Hopefully the wind is not creating too much of a background.
However, it is giving me the amoeba look.
We have finally our crisp fall weather.
Yes, I am in a sweatshirt and I'm so happy.
I'm in
so
my
happy.
Sweater.
I know. And I'm actually a little chilled.
And it's crisp blue skies. It's perfect.
Yeah,
So,
it's gorgeous. We're doing this outside because we're celebrating the outside. Because we have talked about this before where, we like the outside through the window, but we're braving it on the back porch. So we are having our tea. I have orange spice.
And I am trying something new. I am trying a cocoa chai from David's Tea. So this is going to be interesting.
Stop it.
Not a huge fan of chai. That's not bad.
Yeah, you like it?
That's not bad.
Nope. Sorry.
Oh, right. I've been sick. She doesn't want to.
Helen
She
was
doesn't want to touch it.
violently ill, like violently ill on Sunday. So I mean, this is too close.
Sunday, 4 a.m.
What you can't see is there's a plexiglass.
I'm in a bubble.
Yeah.
Actually, that's really pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll keep it in mind for the next time we're ordering tea.
Very sweet, though. It's not something I'd want to have all the time, but it's pretty good.
Okay. Does the coconut come through heavy?
No.
Okay.
No, it's kind of like a cinnamony ginger, but subtle.
Okay. All right. I will try it.
And a little bit of chocolate, which
Okay.
I wouldn't think I'd like.
Cool. Very cool. All right. I have a list.
No. Okay, he's gone. We object to the crow.
Sorry. I have a list of notes. This is our show notes today. What would you like to start with? Shall we do our upcoming events so that we...
Yeah, because that's a long list.
Okay.
So.
We have started planning our fall and early winter, so like till the end of the year. On October 28th, we are going to be at Winterberries in Columbia, New Jersey. It's a Sunday.
By the way, we are Toad Hollow. We hand dye yarn and make project bags. This is our livelihood.
You think I know to say that?
And what we do a lot of the time is we go out and do fiber shows or trunk shows, and we have a list of events that we will be, Toad Hollow will be at. Bad store owner. Bad store owner.
Okay. Toad Hollow will be displaying at the following places. So October 28th, we are going to be at Winterberries in Columbia, New Jersey. We will be there from, I believe, 11 to 5.
We have an events page on our website, too.
There it says 11 to 4, but I'm pretty sure Winterberries put up that we were going to be there till 5, so we will be there until they kick us out, basically. On November...
Good is that they're near my mom, so she gets the dogs, so we don't even have to worry about them.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, on November 2nd, our yarn and bags are going to be at Stitches SoCal. We're so excited about this. We're going to be at Wild Fiber Studio. They are in booth 633 and 635. I'm pretty sure that's what I read on the website. I actually was wearing my glasses, but it was very fuzzy. So,
and by we mean our yarn and bags. Unfortunately, we are not going to be in Southern California.
We are not going to be there. Yeah. Much as we would like to be, but no. So Wild Fiber Studio, they are going to have us. Excuse me. And that is all weekend, I think. So anybody who is on the West Coast, head out there. Also on November 2nd.
It's a very small coast. So
Yeah.
head out.
Head down. Also on November 2nd, again, not so much us, but our yarn is going to be in Minnesota, in St. Paul, because Three Kittens Needle Arts is doing their grand reopening. They are a needle workshop, and they are now adding yarn and all sorts of lovely things. So they're doing a grand reopening, St. Paul, Minnesota, and they got in touch with us and asked us if we could send out some yarn, and we said, hell yeah. So, again, much as we would love to be there, we will not. November...
Going national.
Yeah. November 7th, which is a Wednesday, we are going to be in Suffolk, Virginia at Stitch Please.
And we will actually be there for
then
that one.
we're coming down.
Yeah.
Virginia, we are coming for you.
Excuse me.
Hello. So we are going to be there all day, and also for her knit night. Thank you so much. Your hand just went right in front of my face.
Are the dogs barking?
Then November 13th, we are going to be at Frame and Fiber in Point Pleasant for their knit night. We are taking over. We're planning games. We are going to have really cool things. So there will be prizes. There will be fun. If you can possibly come 6 to 8 p.m. on Tuesday, November 13th. Come find us. Then November 24th, which is a Saturday. It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. It is actually a small business Saturday. Great day to support your local yarn shop. We are going to be again at Frame and Fiber in Point Pleasant, and we are going to be doing a trunk show there. We are going to have full-on yarn and bags. For game night, we're going to have some yarn and bags, but not too much, saving most of it for the trunk show. And then on December 22nd, we are going to be at Nitty City in New York City. We're very, very excited about this. It is the Saturday before Christmas. So after you have done all your shopping for everybody else, save a little bit and buy yourself something nice to put under the tree and come visit us at Nitty City. We will be there.
I believe she's got us 11 to 4.
I think the yarn and bags are going to be there
Yeah.
11 to 4, and then we will be there during the
One-ish.
afternoon because we will be coming in with my mom for Opera Saturday. So that is where we will be for the next several weeks. And if anything else changes or we add anything else into that, we will definitely let you know. But that is right now where we are going to be. Okay, that's our big thing.
Yeah.
All right. So aren't you glad you came and joined us? Okay.
We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah. So let's do some knitting because this is a knitting podcast. We are knitting. Oh, you know what we forgot to grab? The quilt skirts. We'll go in and get them.
Yeah.
Okay. So start with the knitting. We are the Crafty Toads. We like to do crafty things, and I have a finished object. I'm very excited. I finished my socks, and look, I actually put them on sock blockers.
Make your feet look huge.
Well, they're your sock blockers.
Oh, okay.
So
really, those.
Can't find mine. I don't know
Okay.
where mine are. They kind of got lost in the move. They're somewhere, but I don't know where they are. So I thought I'll put them on yours. They're kind of stretched a little bit because it's yours. But so these are made out of our cotton-eyed toad yarn in Le Revers color. The red is for the Le Revers from the Night Circus. I am calling these my BWYOF socks. They started off as a blueberry waffle sock. When I got down to the heel, I forgot that I was doing blueberry waffle and just did a 2x2 rib going across the top and then stuck in it on the bottom. Somehow or other, I picked up probably 8 or 10 yarn overs. I'm not sure how or why. I have since gone through and sewn them all up so you can't really see them. And then the F is for Frankenstein because it's kind of a conglomeration of a whole bunch of different socks.
However, they will be on your feet.
Nobody's going to see
Nobody's
them.
gonna
All the
see
yarn
them.
overs
Yeah.
are on my feet, so nobody's going to see them. I also, if you have seen our podcast before, you know that I had crocodile teeth going up the sides of the heels because I did the wrap and turns and forgot to pick up the wraps. I only did the turns. So I had all these holes. I have since sewn them up as well. So really, these are stitched together. They're definitely Frankenstein socks. But I love them. I really do. I'm very excited that they're done. And I have immediately cast on a new pair, which I will talk about when I get to the whips. But that's my finished object. Very pleased.
Very
Very,
cool.
very pleased. And I believe this is sock pair number 11 for me.
Total, not for the year.
Total. Oh, please. Total. So, but I think this is my 3rd pair I finished this year.
That's pretty cool. I finished 1 pair this year.
I think it's at least 3. It may be more. And these I cast on. I cast these on at the beginning of September, and I finished them on October 15th, so 6 weeks for me for a pair of socks
That's
is
pretty
really good.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm working on other things as well. So, one pair of socks down. Done. Okay. So, I went to take the dogs inside, and they're right back out with us again. It's terrible.
This is going to be one of those podcasts.
Yeah.
The inmates are running the asylum,
Yes. Okay.
as always. But anyway,
Go
so
ahead.
I wanted to talk quickly about my sweater because I used a Knit Pick Swish yarn because it's my first colorwork sweater. Didn't want to
Invest like $150
invest
in it.
$150, even if it is our hand-dyed yarn, just to see how it worked out with my gauge and everything like that. And it worked out great. I adore it. I love the feel of the sweater. I'm wearing a tank underneath, and there's absolutely no problem with it just on my skin. The problem with the yarn is it's pilling already. I've worn it twice, and already I need to give it a furring. So just anybody who's thinking about using Knit Pick Swish, I do not mind. I assumed that was going to be my problem
Okay.
when I felt it because it's so soft and lovely. But I just wanted to mention it, that it is part of the issue with the yarn. So if you're looking for something that's going to wear a little better, then you get the woolier yarn.
Right.
So, and I think it'll wear fine. I just, now I need to buy a gleaner. So,
Okay.
so I just wanted to mention that. Otherwise, I adore the sweater. It fits great.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. It really is.
I wore it for Opera Saturday, and it was my outdoor coat
Right.
kind of thing. So
It was
it's
perfect.
really cool. Yeah.
Perfect for the weather.
So
Okay.
that's my sweater. You may now talk about your socks.
All right. My first whip, my first work in progress, I have cast on a new pair of socks. I am going to do them. I just finished my 12 rows of my,
Do you do straight rib or do you do twisted?
I did twisted this time, which
Okay.
is why it took me a little bit longer than it normally would.
Okay.
No, I did 2x2 twisted rib, threw the back loop on the knitting, I did straight purl. I am doing this in Cozy Knitter, the Cozy Knitter, and it's the Holly Jolly colorway on her Bliss base. So it's self-striping yarn.
So is there cashmere in it? Is that what it's supposed to be?
No, I'm pretty sure the Bliss is basic. B for basic.
Oh, okay.
It's fingering weight, 80-20 superwash merino nylon mix, 115 grams,
Oh, 'cause you get the
420 yards. Well, yes, because the yarn, I split the yarn into 2 balls, so I have both so that I can do 2 at a time socks, because I like doing 2 at a time on one needle. So, and I have found that splitting it into 2 balls is the easiest way to do it without getting too terribly tangled. The yarn itself was only about 91 grams.
Okay.
But the mini was about 30 grams. So it's
Which is
about
kinda-
120
I mean,
grams, yeah.
90 grams is more than because you said you had
Yes.
40 grams left on your finished socks. So.
Right. So I am doing them on a size 2 Chowgu. This is a 40-inch. I do 64 stitches, casting on 64 stitches. I have just finished my cuffs. I am doing the heels, toes, and cuffs in the red, and then I'm going to start doing the actual sock. I am to the point where I'm ready to cast on the new color. So here's my question. It is self-striping yarn. So I was just going to do a straight vanilla sock and have it be a self-striping vanilla sock yarn sock. But I saw somebody had done the blueberry waffle sock in a striping.
Yeah,
and
it looks
looked
really good.
really pretty. And I really, really, really enjoyed knitting the blueberry waffle sock. So my dilemma right now is, do I do straight stockinette or do I do the blueberry waffle? And I'm kind of leaning towards the blueberry waffle because maybe this time I'll actually finish it in
I was
the
gonna
blueberry
say,
waffle.
what you could do is do the blueberry waffle on your your leg and then just do the foot straight vanilla.
I could, or I could actually do it the way it's supposed to be and do
it
blueberry waffle all the way
Yeah.
down for once.
I
you
love
know?
my blueberry waffle socks.
That's the thing.
And it's just, it adds just a touch more than just straight vanilla knitting.
Right. And I love the way it looks and the squishiness
Yeah.
of it. So I'm really leaning towards doing it in the blueberry waffle
I say
pattern.
blueberry waffle.
I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to add on the new color, the striping, probably tomorrow morning when I do, because this is my morning knitting. I'll do that because I just finished up the 12 rows this morning before we came out.
Cool.
So that's my whip number 1.
Okay. I will do my socks. There's really not much to see if you have been watching the last couple episodes. These are my cotton eye toed socks. I am doing the Miss Potter's sock club from Kay from the Bakery Bears, and this is excuse me, the first of 3 patterns. It's Jemima, and I am using our Haunted Hayride colorway in Cotton Eye Toad. This is where I was last time we podcast, so
Maybe
nothing
that's what I
really
should
new.
do. Maybe I should do Jemima.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna disrupt their stripes. I think.
We have all sorts of birds flying throughout the yard right now. Cardinals, the titmice, the sparrows, all sorts of, we have fat mourning doves. I mean, they're all over the place. And crows who are laughing at the doors.
And probably squirrels.
Oh, I'm sure there are squirrels.
So hopefully it's a little less in your face, the barking.
Okay.
So anyway, I've just gotten a couple more repeats done since our last time we podcast. I do this in the car or in the car. Pretty much in the car.
yeah.
I was doing it last night when we got home from knit night just because it was nice and mindless. But I've got a couple more inches and then I'll start my heel and then it'll go really quickly. But I love them.
I think they're so pretty.
And I love the feel of this yarn. I adore the colorway, yeah. So
I have to pull down my sweatshirt because I have a breeze blowing up my back. It's kind of chilly. All right. Moving right along.
yeah.
Whip number 2 for me is my JC sweater. This is the sweater by Isabel Kramer that I am slowly but surely making my way along. This is not going quickly. However, it's coming bit by bit. I'm trying to find the beginning of...
Here. Let me do it while you talk and show.
It's like the next page up. There you go. So it's the JC sweater by Isabel Kramer. It looks like such a lovely slouchy cardigan sweater.
Comfortable.
Which if you're 2 inches wide is going to be wonderful. However, just hoping mine's going to fit properly. I am doing mine on one of our club colorways. It is called Northern Lights. This was from last year. Fuzz. So this is where I am. I am in between skeins. I am putting in a band of Forsythia randia, which is another one of our club colorways. And this is the way it looks so far. I should show you the back because then you don't get all the...
Love the yoke.
It's very, very pretty. I really love it. I have my sleeves on needles rather than waste yarn, and what I said I was going to do last time was find a pair of needles and start doing one of the sleeves. So that's what I've done. I'm showing it quickly to show that I've started my sleeve and I'm coming down. So far, I have just gotten to the point where I'm starting to decrease. You do 6 rows and then you decrease, and then on the 6th row you decrease. So it's a 6 row, knit 5 rows, and then the 6th row
Right.
you decrease a couple of stitches. And I just finished the first decrease, and I think I have 18 more to go before it tells me the next thing. So I have quite a bit of ways to go, but that's the way it's looking so far. It's very, very pretty.
It's beautiful.
It's gonna be bright, but it's very
But
pretty.
I think it's just going to be something that you just throw on in that
Yes.
when you need, something lighter on. And
Right.
It'll just be perfect.
No, I think it's gonna be beautiful. I'm very excited about. So that's where I'm going with it.
I have to tell you, I had my Mrs. Weasley out the other day.
Yeah.
This was the disaster. It was our first fingering
Right.
cardigan. And I just wear it around the house because it's so comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a light thing. So for on a day like today where it's just, you don't need a full-on sweatshirt or sweater.
Right.
It's just you need something a little bit on you. It's just perfect.
Perfect.
It looks hideous on me. However, it's very comfortable and you don't care. So
Right. Okay. Whip number 2.
this is my second and final whip. This is my Tower Hill cardigan that I am doing. It's the Toby Roxanne pattern. Excuse me for talking off camera. From her Design Doubles book. So that's what the cardigan is going to look like. And I am fading 3 different colors because I don't have enough of any one color to do it. Getting really close.
My God. Okay, so pull it down a little bit. Start at the top. So up at the top we have Haunted Hayride.
This is Haunted Hayride,
Then you faded into Midnight Feast.
right? And I've just started my fade.
You can just start
Into the
seeing. Look
bonfire.
at that, the bonfire. Oh my God, the bonfire.
The last 4 rows
You're the bonfire.
that you can see are the bonfire.
Oh my God.
So there you go. There's the bonfire.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, that is so beautiful.
So I am just about. I was knitting this last night at midnight, and I got to the point in the pattern where it says you just got to switch needles to start for the handkerchief hem, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to do this at home because I have to pay attention to what I'm doing because there's something about continuing increases and that kind of thing. But I am just about to the point, I think, where I'm going to start adding the first stripe, and the
Oh,
stripe
cool.
is going to be. The stripes are going to be in this we call this Nectar of the Gods colorway. So that's what the stripes are going to be, and then I'm pretty sure that my ribbing and my button band will also be in this.
Okay.
So, because I'm not going to fade the button band.
Right.
So
No,
just
no.
do it in a totally different color. But I mean, it just all goes so well together.
It does.
It's just going to be a perfect fall sweater. And it's all done out of our DK toad base. Just oh,
It really, it's gorgeous.
so lovely. And so I cannot wait to be done. I'm hoping to finish next week when we're on holiday.
Oh, that'll be nice.
So I don't know how realistic that is. I still have sleeves and everything.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to plan along and bring another sweaters quantity with you,
Right.
just in case.
But I have a very small sweater I have to do
Oh, right.
for Otto. So.
Okay, that is cool. That is really, really
Yeah.
cool. So it looks so pretty. Just
Oh,
love it.
I want to be wearing it right now.
Yeah. My last whip is also in our DK. I am doing the Carbeth sweater by Kate Davies. So that's it. The Carbeth. And I have gotten, this is a bottom-up sweater. It's doing it using DK, but you're holding the DK double. So
So how many colors have you got?
8.
Oh, okay. I see. I'm only doing 3, and I'm thinking.
It's going to be a very.
I was going to say you were really
This is
gonna
not
have
going to be
you're
a
gonna have
sweater.
to come
It's
up
going
with
to
a
be
new
a
plan.
or maybe
You could wear it in Lancaster.
Right. No, it is. I am supposed to be fading this, and it's kind of fading, but since I only have one skein of each and I'm holding it double, it is. There's not
Inhaling
that
the
much.
yarn,
Yeah. So it's more stripey, but like different size stripes.
Excuse me. Spike's barking at the door to come in, and he's too stupid to realize that we're up here.
Okay. So I am doing this. I have 8 different colored skeins to do because I took, we didn't have enough of one color. So I figured I'll fade it. Only it's not so much fading as striping. But I'm loving the way the stripes are coming
Yeah.
through. So I started with Nectar of the Gods, that's the dark brown, and then I went into Messenger, which is the lighter brown, and now I'm doing, it was supposed to be one thing and it kind of came out a little bit different, so we called it a one of a kind red. So I'm doing that.
We have more of those.
Yeah?
So if you wanted to do like a long stretch.
No, I think I'm good doing
good?
the stripes,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm going to do that, and then
Maybe you could do your sleeves in the red.
the next color, I took a picture of it. I lined them all up and took a picture of it so that I knew which one I would want to do in which order. But I'm pretty sure it's Midnight Feast that's coming next. So that is where I am right now. I really love it.
I love the texture of the holding the yarn double.
Yeah.
I
do
mean,
have to
it's
say,
it's a chunky texture and it's going quickly.
yeah. And I have
But I
to say
really
that
love
it
it.
is, I'm doing these on size 11 needles. So I do my socks in the morning on size 2, and then I do this on size 11 at night, and it's like I'm holding tree trunks. But I really, really love the way
mean,
it's
you
coming,
said-
and the red coming in is
It's
just
beautiful.
gorgeous.
You said the benefit of doing it last night was you didn't need your glasses.
Yes, I need glasses for up close stuff and minuscule stuff, and this is so
that's cold.
big that I don't need to wear my glasses when I'm knitting it. So yes, that is where I am. Really loving this. Really, really loving it.
Beautiful.
It looks kind of big. However, I
Well,
think it's supposed to be a boxy.
Remember, there was a ton of positive ease.
Right, but
And
it still looks even big.
You know, but we said we were going to leave it that way
And try it and see.
when we were doing the shorter cropped version,
Right.
so that you would have
Right,
that it wouldn't be tight to your body.
right.
So
This is, it's an experience.
trust the process.
Yes, we're going to see what happens. I really, really like it.
Worst comes to worst, you have a Mrs. Weasley sweater to hell around in the house.
Exactly. All right, that is my whip number 3. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move
I'll have to move
my progress keeper up because,
I wish you could do that.
yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay.
Lest you think we are ignoring our dog, he is barking at a reflection of the sun and digging a hole to chew.
And the good thing is there's nobody around, so he's not bothering anybody because the island is pretty much empty except for some worker people. So, yeah.
And
that's
since they
good.
usually bother us, I see no reason why my dog can't serenade them.
I think you should take that out.
Okay.
Negative. Okay, let's move on to our next creative endeavor.
Okay.
Do you guys watch Arnie and Carlos? I kind of feel like most people watch Arnie and Carlos.
We have a new thing for you guys.
Hey, I have found a new podcast. It's Arnie and Carlos. Anyway, they were talking, they showed some crazy quilts a while ago that they had done. They showed some white ones that they had made with all white material that was gorgeous, which would never make it in our place because we have all black animals. So there is black fur all over the place, no matter what we do.
Hi.
So white is kind of out for us. But then a couple of weeks ago, they did an episode where they showed exactly how they put together their crazy quilts. I kind of feel like it's we're on a ship in the middle of a storm podcasting.
Yeah, I know.
The wind keeps blowing my hair and I'm watching things go flying
And
off
I'm
the
just
table.
really hoping that it's not ruining, because if the wind's too loud, then we're going to have to do that.
Oh shit. Well, that was fun. The wind blew the door open and the cat walked out. So
Did we mention it's going to be one of those podcasts?
all right, anyway, Arnie and Carlos, and they started showing how they do their crazy quilts, and we watched the video, and I said to Helen, I know we have all this work to do, and we have all these orders and everything like that, but I really, really, really want to do this. So we allowed ourselves 1 square each. We allowed ourselves to make 1 square. I know that Madeline has been like going crazy, and
she's like
got
to 16 or something.
yeah, she's got quilt squares all over the place, which Madeline, kudos, because I cannot wait to see your finished quilt. It's going to be gorgeous.
And I can't wait to do more, but
Yes.
hold it up.
So here we go. These are our quilt squares, our crazy quilt squares. And basically what you do is you just take bits and pieces and put them together.
You sew them to a piece of fabric in the back.
What I love about this is here is one of our bags that we never could keep in stock because people loved it. Here is another piece from a bag that we did. Here's
That hasn't seen the light of day yet.
our bicycle bags. Again, can't keep those in stock. Helen just did a whole thing with an elephant bag. I took one of the elephants from that. This is another bag that I'm not sure has even made it to. It may have made it to.
I don't think so.
It hasn't made it yet. And then I've got bits and pieces that are inside fabrics. And I put a couple of ribbons on to cover some raw edges. So I've got some ribbons going across. It's just really, really cool. But it's all these bags that we make.
And you just get to take any size scrap. You don't have to worry about cutting or anything like that. It's
Or
just
shape.
You throw the scraps on the table and just
Pick.
Yeah, you just pick.
Yeah.
So this is mine. All from our previous, bags.
Here's Tim Holtz. So you got a couple of Tim
I got a
Holtzes.
couple Tim Holtz. I got another bike one.
Here's one of our knitting sheep that we had ages ago.
Yeah. This is an owl bag.
Here's inside fabric that we used inside the sheep.
And then what I did was I top stitched all of mine.
Yeah, God, they look so
fun
cool.
embroidery stitches from the machine. So, and I had so much fun doing it.
I know.
I love the look of it. To me, as opposed to, your
very neat and
very
ordered
neat
squares.
and ordered squares, or your wedding quilts or whatever. To me, this is a quilt for me.
This is us.
Yeah.
We may love those quilts and want them on our
And-
beds
and
and aspire
appreciate
to
the
be
beauty
like
of
that
it.
type
Right.
of person, but in reality, this is
Right.
us.
And what I will do is once I get my squares, it's a 12 by 12 square. I'll put something in between.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I'll do like a
The strip,
a strip of a plain fabric
right?
in between just to break up the craziness. But I'm just gonna love this quilt so much.
I know. It's so much fun seeing all the different bag fabric
Yeah.
that we've used. So this is what we have been. We as I said, we allowed ourselves one square, and once we get all the orders that we're doing and getting ready to
Yeah.
go out, then we get to really have fun with these. But for right now, we got to try it and realize that we really, really love it.
Yeah.
I have to put I love that you put your name and the date on the
see,
back.
I signed it just so we would remember whose was whose, and then the date so that when I don't do one for another 6 months, I can rail at myself for.
I have to do that on the back of mine. I also love the back of yours with all the stitching.
Oh yeah,
Because it's
it looks very Frankenstein.
yeah, it looks like the patchwork girl from Oz.
Yeah,
You know, I did all mine in white.
and that book
white
we read is The Patchwork Quilt.
the patchwork quilt, yeah.
It was a book we read when we were kids, and it reminds me so much of that.
So yes, scrappy quilts.
Thank you, Arnie and Carlos.
Yes, and we're going to be doing more of these because really love them, love them, love them, love them.
We should make it a goal to have at least one per podcast. So
Okay.
it'll make us do it.
We'll try and do that. All right. Shall we move on to our facts?
Oh yeah.
Or do you know? Do you want to go first or shall I?
You could go first. Mine has
Okay.
to. Go ahead.
Okay.
You go first.
All right.
We have a "Do you know" section where we like to
Throw out random facts.
to each other.
All right. So, do you know that cardinals sometimes cover themselves in ants?
And that's disgusting.
Okay, wait. So
There's no way you're not going to make that disgusting.
they cover themselves with either crushed or living ants. They smear it on their feathers, and then they let them crawl all over them, and it's called anting. Scientists aren't really sure what the purpose of anting is, but they think it's that the birds use the formic acid from the ants to get rid of lice and other parasites.
Yeah.
It is, just think of it as not so much the ants. Take the ants out. Think of it as Mother Nature, in her infinite wisdom, is giving these birds a way of getting rid of parasites. Without having to use chemicals or anything like that, she is giving them a way to get rid of all the parasites, lice, and everything else using nature.
No,
It's-
you're
it's
right.
amazing.
It is. It's absolutely Mother Nature never fails to amaze me.
Oh my God, she's really, it's an amazing world.
Yeah.
So I was reading that and my first reaction was, okay, ew. because we're having a problem with ants inside, and we're fighting them, and ants skeeve me out. But when you look at it that way, it's just wow.
I will now save the ants and bring them outside to Dad.
No, I'm still gonna kill them.
I'll bring the bodies out because you said dead or alive.
Right. So there you go. Here you go. For those of you that are new, you may know that people think that cardinals are a sign of somebody who has passed on, and we lost our dad 3.5 years ago. So whenever we see a cardinal, we say hello, Dad, and so that's why we say we bring it out to Dad. And we have been steadily. We moved down here. We're coming to you from Long Beach Island, New Jersey. We moved down here about
7 months ago.
no, we moved in May. 5 months ago.
5 months ago? Okay.
5 months ago. Just about 5 months ago. And we have been steadily feeding the birds, and within the last 3 weeks, the cardinals have started coming in force. So we have at least 3 cardinal families that are in our yard now, and we adore that. We absolutely love it. So we also have blue jays and all sorts of nuthatches.
Yeah.
All kinds of birds. Really, it's so much fun. And the monarchs are coming through.
And we have mourning doves and a flock of pigeons and
Yeah.
a whole bunch. Okay,
Peaceful
so
Kingdom, go.
mine is, do you know where the oldest continuously operating hotel is in the United States?
Oldest continuing operating hotel.
So it's been operating
Right.
continuously since 1766.
I'm going to say Williamsburg, Virginia.
Nope.
Okay, where?
Rhinebeck.
Really?
Yep.
You're kidding.
No, it's the
Oh my God.
the Beekman Arms in Rhinebeck, New York.
Oh my God.
We're having a bit of fear of missing out
Oh,
at the moment because we are not going to Rhinebeck this year.
We are not.
And we can't really feel too terrible because it was a conscious decision. It wasn't, we couldn't do it.
We are going to Lancaster starting on Monday. We have been working very, very steadily for, since, I don't know,
2015.
and we are taking a couple of days and I won't even let Helen take the sewing machine to quilt. We're just going to sit and relax and, knit and maybe fall asleep and go out and do an Amish tour and come back and fall asleep and eat good food and fall asleep and just get ourselves back.
And knit.
And knit. Lots and lots and lots of knitting. When we went to the Lancaster Fiber Festival back in August, we found an amazing Airbnb that's a farmhouse that has a waterfall in the backyard, and we loved it so much that we wanted to come back and see Lancaster
And spend some time
in the fall and just have it where we're not leaving at 8 o'clock in the morning and coming back at 6 o'clock at night and being exhausted. We wanted to just enjoy it. So we are taking a couple days next week and we are going, but
Rhinebeck had to lose out.
yes,
due
unfortunately
to Lancaster. So
we are losing out on Rhinebeck, but I love that.
yeah,
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, so the Beekman Arms, it is
So if any of you are going to Rhinebeck and you are staying at the Beekman Arms, you now know
the oldest continuously operating hotel in the United States.
Really, really cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
So
Love that. Well, originally we didn't think we were going to be able to go to Rhinebeck because of Opera Saturday. However, sister number 3 is actually taking the opera this Saturday. So we had planned that we were going to be in New York City with my mom. But sister number 3 is taking it, so all of a sudden it opened up. But then by that time we had planned other things.
yeah.
But last weekend was our first Opera Saturday. We did our first New York City jaunt.
Yep.
And we went down to Tribeca because Helen had seen an Instagram post about the mysterious bookshop. This is their, like that?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. So this is their bookmark. It's owned by Otto Penzler, I think it is.
So. Yeah.
I think it's Otto Penzler. He is very big in publishing as far as putting together mystery anthologies and things like that. He has published many, many mystery authors. He has worked with tons of mystery authors.
It is one of the longest running mystery-only bookshops in the United States. So
It is also, I believe, the largest.
yeah,
It is a really, really nice bookshop that is
we have some
ceiling-
footage that we'll put at the end.
Yeah, it is ceiling to floor bookcases, just full of mystery books.
And
Some
they
of
have
them,
the rolling ladders.
Yeah.
You can go running up the rolling ladders.
some of them are new, like they had the newest Robert Galbraith that just came out. Many of them are used and older books, like the S.E. Van Dyne books from the 20s and the Ellery. Okay, no, Ellery Queen. I think it's Ellery Queen. They have a very small selection for children, but
They have a whole bookshelf, floor to ceiling, that is all different volumes of Sherlock Holmes,
Agatha Christie. They have shelves upon shelves of Dick Francis, who is one of my favorite mystery novelists. It's really, and you can try and find things from way back, and they may have it. And the people that work there are amazing, because you say, "Hey, do you have this?" They go running off. They know exactly where it is.
You go running up the ladder,
grab it,
and bring it down.
bring it down again. It's great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So we went and found a couple of books, because you don't go to a bookstore. Well, okay, slight break for a phone call. So we came back with some books, because we don't go to a bookstore we never leave empty-handed. And before we moved down here, we got rid of a lot of books. So I have this desire,
To replace.
they need to replace them. So let's show some of the books we got. This is The Water Room. It's a peculiar crimes unit mystery by Christopher Fowler. I have not read any of their books.
I'm not in sun.
Okay, I have not read any of his books. However, the review on the front says deadpan, sly, and always unexpectedly inventive. That's by Entertainment
And
Weekly.
the synopsis starts with, how can an elderly recluse drown in a chair in her otherwise dry basement?
I don't know, but I think I need to find out.
Yes.
So, I got one of those. That's a whole series, so that if we like it, we can go forth with it. Then, this one is a study in silks. This is about Sherlock Holmes's niece, who also works with crime. I thought that sounded very cool. Again, 3 or 4 in the series, so that if it's good, we can continue on.
I'm reading the back.
Okay. Then we have Death on Lily Pond Lane, because kind of had to.
Springtime in the Hamptons comes late, but it's worth it. Brisk walks on the bright chilly beach, cinnamon buns at tea time, blooming forsythia, and murder. East Hampton innkeeper and chef Antonio Bingham has settled into town and taken on extra work as an estate manager, giving her entree into some of the area's most glamorous homes.
It just sounds like a ton
Really
of fun.
cool, yeah.
You know, like a really cool, cozy mystery type of thing, which every now and then is just what you need, you know? So we got that, and then we got this one.
Well, that's
Oh,
what
we went back for it. Okay, so then we got this, because we found the second one. The second one just came out.
Right, in paperback. The third one I think has just come out in hardcover.
So we found the second one, and Helen said, well, do you have the first one? And that's when he went running up the ladder.
Right, and he was so excited because he just loves the book, and he was so excited to
Share it with us, yeah. So do you want to tell them a little bit what it's about?
So this is it's about an FBI agent. She's a rising star in the FBI, and she an op goes bad, and they lose a lot of their team, and she going after the person that they lost in the bad op, ends up in England in a castle and goes through a staircase and ends up back in 1815.
Okay.
And she has to solve some murders in 1815.
How is it?
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about 100 pages in.
You have been having a problem getting into books.
Yeah. So no, this one I'm really into.
Oh, that's so good.
It's written well, and it's a fun book. So
I am just totally blown out because of the sun.
yeah.
Okay. And then while we were standing in line, he kept recommending this other book, and we said, well, we'll think about it. But we have a pile of books. And then we went to lunch and kept thinking about it, and we decided, you know what? If he's recommending it that highly, we're going to come back and get it. So this one is called A Deadly Affection by Kyler Overholt. And
This is set in New York in the early 1900s, I believe. And it's a psychiatrist, and her patient is arrested for murder. So she doesn't think she did it. So
Yeah, no, it sounds really good.
yeah.
So we have that to do. Okay, I think we should pause for just a minute, turn the camera, and move over
this way.
there.
Okay.
Slight break, because
The sun is moving in faster than we thought.
right, and it was totally blowing me out. So we have just a couple more things to do. We have to.
You may look at the back of our house.
All right. Do you want to show the shawl?
Oh yes. So we have this one was a test knit.
We put out a call.
We met the designer at TNNA. It's Callie Monster, and her moniker is Monster Knits. And we met her at TNNA, and then she put out a call for test knitters.
So it's called the Country Road Shawl, and we thought it looked so pretty. So we said, would you mind if we had some of our followers who want to do test knits for us do one, and that way we can display it in our yarn and also promote your new pattern. And
But
she
we
said
knew we couldn't finish it in her time frame.
yeah, there was no way we could get it done. So she said yes, she'd love to have us do it. And she allowed us to pick 2 different knitters to do it. So we picked 2 different color combinations. And the first one we got back, we just got back the other day, and this is from Lori.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank
And
you.
Owen.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this.
How gorgeous this is.
Oh,
So
it's
we sent
so
Lori the
pretty.
colors, and she got to choose however she wanted to place them.
Lori, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I just love the pink and the purple for the mosaic.
It is so
Actually, it's not mosaic.
beautiful.
It's color work, because you can see her floats in the back.
And then the yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just start by saying, Callie, this is a gorgeous pattern.
Yeah.
This is just stunning. And, I really, really, really love it. Really love it. So we are going to be sending Lori a mystery thank you box, because we asked people to do some test nets, and we said we will send you a mystery thank you box as
And when Callie releases the pattern, we will put up kits.
right.
Right now, I will.
It's gorgeous. It's so
pretty.
so pretty, and we will definitely put up a kit in these colors, because the way it looks is
Yeah.
just lights out. Absolutely lights out. So we have about 6 other sets of yarn out. We are going to be getting them in slowly but surely, because people are letting us know that they're finishing up, and
Yeah.
that they're going to be sending them in. So as we get them, we're going to show you. And we wanted to have new samples for our booth, and it takes us way too long to finish it. So we said, hey, if anybody wants to do
Right.
this, please let us know. And a lot of people stepped up, and we wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who offered. Unfortunately, we were not able to pick everybody, but we did pick 7 different people for this group. And then the next time we get a
I was gonna
chance,
say we'll have more.
we'll
so
do more, and we'll put it out again. Just, the only
me.
thing is when
There's
you
a night shift shawl that just came out.
yeah. The only thing that happens is when you do a test knit for us, we get the sample and the leftover yarn.
I was gonna say it's
because-
not so much a test knit as a sample.
Yeah, it's a sample knit, because we want to use the actual object in our booth, and we
And then
also
we-
want to
and
weigh
we
up
wanna
the
know.
yarn.
Because I think like this, you could
Do
end up
10-gram
doing-
minis and things like
do
that.
like 20-gram minis and 50-gram skeins.
Right. So we'll weigh it up and see how much is left over, and then put together kits with the right amount of yarn.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is that. Then we also we got the latest edition of Knit Crate, and we have been passing on Knit Crate as we get them. We do a giveaway and pass it on. So this time they sent to us 2 skeins of this color wool. It's kind of like a rusty red, like a rusty mauve maybe. It's by Audine Wools, Audine Wools. It is, the colorway is blush. It is 50 alpaca, 30 merino wool, 20% nylon. It's DK, 236 yards for 100 grams. So
two skeins.
you get 2 skeins, and usually it comes in a box, but this time they sent it in an envelope because you get a booklet that is just full of patterns. There are a whole bunch of different patterns. I mean, there are, what, 5 or 6 patterns?
There were, I think, 4 different colorways that you could have gotten. So there are patterns to go with each of the different colorways, and you get a knit pattern and a crochet pattern.
Right, so like there's the Moss Boss, and
so it's a great booklet of patterns.
First Frost. So you get the whole thing, and also it gives you the theme peak for November, which is going to be Enchanted, which looks beautiful. So if you are interested in this, we are going to, there's a twisted Argyle sock. We are going to put a thread on Ravelry, and we will have a question there, and just have you answer the question, and
Next podcast, we will pick a winner.
we will pick a winner and send it out. Okay? I think the only thing that we have left to talk about is the white elephant.
Yes.
All right. So, Helen had a brilliant idea this morning. It really is. It's a brilliant idea. We both took part in FiberShare. We are waiting for our FiberShare packages to come. But we were putting together the ones that we were sending out, and we ran across a couple of skeins where it kind of made us say, what were we thinking when we bought this?
Perfectly fine skein of yarn.
Oh, no, it's
just
really nice yarn.
Not for us.
It's just not our colors, and it makes you think, what on earth were we thinking?
Yeah.
So Helen had this idea.
And I figured we all have those skeins in our stash. That's, what was I thinking?
You go to Rhinebeck, get totally
Right.
wound up in Rhinebeck.
Or you're at a trunk show or whatever.
And
In the interest of finishing this podcast,
this time I
sometime
successfully locked them in.
this year, we'll lock the doors up.
Remind me I have to bring in somebody's ball.
Yes, I
when
see
we
it.
come.
Anyway, so I was thinking, what if we did like a white elephant swap, where you pick that one skein, where it was what was I thinking? It has to be natural fiber. It has to be a nice skein of yarn. It can't be acrylic, but it's just not for you. And we pair people up, and you send one of the what were you thinkings, and then one really nice skein.
So you're going to send 2 skeins of yarn.
And a little bit of, we work with your partner on whatever extras you want to send to, because it'll be around the holiday time. And see what happens. You may open it and say, yeah, what were you thinking? Or it may be, hey, that's my color palette. I love it.
Right.
So it's not trying to match up to your partner's color palette. It's just like, this is
What was I thinking?
my worst what was I thinking skein. And it's just passing on the joy
Right.
of, the what was I thinking. And you might hit gold.
Who knows? Because
Yeah.
very likely something that is not my color palette is everybody else's.
Right.
So that for us, we thought, that's really kind of cool. And you get to de-stash a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we don't want you to, if you want to go out and buy a new skein of yarn, that's fine. But if you don't, this is to go through your stash and look and say, you know what? I have this gorgeous Hue Loco that I am not going to use. So I am going to send that. And then I have this other skein that was, wow, okay, not sure where that came from.
Right.
I'm going to send them together. They don't have to go together. It's not meant to be like 2 skeins for a shawl or anything like that. It's just
No, it's just like, here's the
one's
what was I
funny,
thinking, and here's
and
the,
one's a nice
yeah.
skein of yarn. So
So
if you would like to take part in this,
we will set it up in Ravelry, and we'd love, for it to be like an Instagram thing where when you open it, you put out the, your initial reaction was, what were you thinking? Or, hey, I love it.
yeah. So we'll do like a hashtag. What was I thinking?
Or the white elephant swap.
Okay, white elephant swap.
Yeah.
So we'll put it all together. If you are interested, please sign up in Ravelry. It is the Crafty Toads, and you can come find us there. If you are not on Ravelry, get in touch with us.
We'll put our email in our show notes, or it's on our website. So you can just email us if you're not on Ravelry or Instagram or anything like that. We'll find you a partner.
Right.
And
We'll match everybody
Yeah.
up. We're going to say sign up by November 1st, mail out by November 15th. Did I say November 1st or September 1st?
November.
November, okay. Sign up by November 1st. We'll match everybody up, mail it out by November 15th, and then people can get it just in time for like the beginning of December and have something fun to open up.
And we'll open up internationally. We'll the same old question. If you don't want to ship internationally, just say you don't want to ship internationally. It's perfectly fine.
Right.
But if you're willing to, then we'll open it up so that we can
Include everybody.
include everybody.
Yeah, but if you want to do it, just let us know, and sign up there.
Yeah.
Because we thought this would be something fun.
Yeah.
And you get to destash a little bit, so that's always cool too.
Yeah, because the intention is not to spend money or anything like
Right.
that. Just go through your stash and pick out a couple skeins of yarn.
But 2 full skeins of yarn, something fun to send.
And a little, extras.
Yeah, and something funny.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Okay, I think that does it.
I think so.
I think we have as always lots to do, so we are going to get to work.
It will probably be 2 weeks because we're going to be away next week.
Right, we are going to be in Lancaster next week, so we will not be here. Hopefully, we will get lots of footage though, so that we can include it. And if you do follow us on Instagram, ToadHollowNJ, we will be putting up pictures and stories there.
Yeah.
All right, I think that does it.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Go forth and knit, everybody.
Go forth and knit. Have a wonderful week.